Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of my survival Minecraft series. Today we're starting things off inside of my storage room, and I want to show you something that I've been working on in between of the episode. So 2 episodes ago we started to work on the storage room or the item sorters on the first floor, and in between the last episode and this one I've been busy and I completed the whole second layer of the item sorters. So the second layer is also completely done, but as you can see here and as you also saw in the first layer, it requires a lot of hoppers, and as you also know, one hopper requires a chest. So to have that many hoppers I need a lot of wood to craft up chests, and of course a lot of iron, but we already built the iron farm. So what I think I'm gonna tackle today is I'm going to build an automatic tree farm so that I can just AFK for one night or something and I have enough wood for all the remaining 2 floors. So for the tree farm itself I found a spot. So right here is my base, and yes, I know it's a mess right now, but it will get better eventually. So right here is my base, and if we just take off in this general direction, I found a spot that I like. I think it's over there. So for the tree farm itself, I will use a design from Mumbo Jumbo mixed with another design, and I made some changes myself to it. But I will link to Mumbo Jumbo's video in the description. And the reason why I've chosen this location, and actually I just realized this is directly next to this village. The reason I chose this spot right here, if we jump down here real quick, try to fly a little so we don't take too much damage, is this thing right here. So there's a skeleton spawner right here. This is the nearest one from my base. And as you all know, to use a tree farm we need bone meal, or we need to bone meal saplings so that it will work efficiently. And I thought when I need a lot of bone meal, why don't I just have a skeleton spawner directly next to the tree farm and gather bone meal, or bones rather, while I'm using the bone meal. So the design for the skeleton farm will also be in the description, of course, and it is a fully AFkable design. So I will have 2 dogs killing off the skeletons. Then I won't have to stay at my computer and kill them manually. I can just go fully AFK and use the tree farm while I can also use the bone farm, the bone meal farm, skeleton farm, whatever you want to call it. And it will also be an XP farm at the same time. So when dogs kill skeletons, the dogs count as players basically, so they will also drop XP, which is nice, I guess. Nice little side effect. So let me just finish lighting up this cave and preparing the spawner and everything, and then I will show you the progress and we can start building the farm itself. So the cave system is all lit up and safe, and I've prepared the spawning area from the skeletons. So as you can see right here, I have a 9 by 9 by 5 big room right here, and I carved in this little triangle shape, so that if I now place a water bucket in this corner and a water bucket in this corner, all of the water will just flow onto here. So yeah, now I think I'm gonna like take a sign and place it right here, so that here is like a drop or something. And oops, should need the sword. And then I will use bubble columns to transport skeletons up, water streams to transport them over, and then I let them fall down. I think 22 or 23 blocks in total, or at once, of course, not like 5 blocks and then the rest. So that they will just have like half a heart or something left, so that the dogs will have an easy job killing all of the skeletons. Oh, and of course I need to bring over some dogs. After a lot of digging and doing some other preparations, I am now ready to start the build itself. So as you can see right here, I dig a big hole. I think it's 20 by 20 by 20 by 25 or something. In here will be the entire tree farm. And yeah, back here you already saw this. This is the spawner. I expanded it a little, so we have this little water stream right here. And yeah, then we have one skeleton sitting right here where the sign is all the time. But since skeletons, yeah, they spawn really frequently from the spawner, and most of the time there are like 2 or more which spawn. So the next skeleton that comes along would push the one that's standing right here into the bubble elevator, which takes them up to right here, and this water pushes them over, and right here they would fall down into this big hole. Up until this block right here, the diorite, like right here. This is a 23 block deep fall, and yeah, after that they can be killed with one hit with the bare fist, so they're really low on health. And this will make it easy for my dogs right here. So I will have one dog on this side and one dog on this side, sitting in a minecart, which will attack the skeletons. And then I have 2 like extra dogs, which will be sitting somewhere else, just in case one of these dogs in the minecarts would die, because there's a slim chance that they die from the skeletons. It should not happen, but if it happens, then I have just two more dogs somewhere in the back, which I can breed up and then use the next dog. Yeah, in these shulker boxes I prepared some stuff. So I prepared a lot of black concrete powder, because I thought it would look very cool if this whole box right here was just black concrete, so black concrete for the floor, for the walls, and even for the ceiling. And then build the tree farm in the middle of it with something with a high contrast to black concrete, so maybe like iron blocks or something like that. I think that will look very cool. So yeah, let me start building. is now completely black, or almost, as you can see right there. And as you also saw in the time lapse, I went with the concrete powder, and originally I just want to build the walls with powder and then use water to convert it. But I think it looks pretty cool with this little texture. And yeah, of course the ceiling can't be powder, so this is hardened concrete. But I think this looks pretty cool, and I really like the iron block in contrast to the black concrete. So I think we're gonna use iron blocks as our building material here. And yeah, I also thought about not using any torches here and putting like glass or something, so that no mobs will spawn in here, so that it is pretty much dark in here. It's just the contraption itself that is lit up. But yeah, I will see how I will do this. And yeah, as you can see right here, the drop chute is in place as well for the skeletons, and so are the dogs. Maybe I can just show you real quick if it works. I haven't tested it myself. Oops, there are already skeletons spawning like this. Maybe close it up a little bit right here. Those skeletons with armor, especially if they have boots on, they may survive this fall with more health than the others, so this is how the dogs may die. But yeah, there's the first one. He's struggling and trying to be there. I guess that's one of those two that shot each other. Maybe we need to wait a little longer. There's the next one. The other one, I'm guessing. There's the one with the boots. And as you can see, the dogs attack them. This one just bugged a little. So yeah, as you saw there, the dogs killed them. Here again, and it also drops XP right here. So yeah, that's how the skeleton form will work. And yeah, as you can see, sometimes the skeleton dies, but I don't think that matters too much, because then it will still drop bones and arrows, but just won't drop any XP. But we won't be using this as an XP form. The XP is just a little bonus. So yeah, let me finish up the room and get started with the tree farm itself. Unfortunately, this took way longer than I anticipated, but it is now almost completely finished. So if we just turn around, we can see the tree farm itself is also built completely, and so is the room, almost. So I had to make it a lot bigger, so I think I went like another 5 blocks in this and another 6 or 7 blocks in this direction, plus another 3 blocks down. And yeah, I had to change out the walls to concrete, to hardened concrete, not concrete powder. So yeah, now there's just concrete powder on the floor, and I also put black stained glass on top of it so that there won't be any mob spawns. And when I'm finished, I can get rid of all the torches, and then this room will be almost completely dark. We just have the contraption itself that is a little bit lit up, or mostly lit up, with some sea lanterns, one right there. And yeah, somehow I need to get rid of this torch, maybe use an end rod or something. So yeah, but as you can see, it's almost completely finished. So we have the tree farm itself right here. If I just jump in here real quick, Here we have a dispenser full of bone meal. The sapling will go right here. And then these blocks are the leaf crushers, and these blocks will push the log blocks over here, and then these pistons will push them in this direction. And on top of this little obsidian platform right there will a TNT land on top of, which then will destroy the log blocks. And for that I have the TNT duper at the top, which gets activated by a etho hopper clock right there. Yeah, it's not really complicated. So I made a video about the TNT duper, so I can link that in the description. And the rest is pretty basic redstone. So yeah, and if we just jump up again, we can see the skeleton farm also working pretty good. I just need the collection system for all of the items, and I also need the collection system for the tree farm itself. So I think somewhere around here, like centered around here, maybe I will drop it down another few blocks and then use water streams to collect all the items. But for that I will just let the tree farm run a little while until some blocks lie on the floor, so I can determine how big the collections area really has to be. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do now. So I haven't really tested it. I tested the TNT duper, of course, but I haven't tested the tree farm itself. So let's run it. It looks pretty good. You can hear the TNT already exploding because this is also just hooked up to this lever. So don't need those. It looks pretty good right now. We can see it's already getting pushed over like this. Let's do some more. Come on. And while I'm standing here, the skeleton spawner back there is also active. So as you just heard, maybe the TNT is pretty loud. So every minute now, so this is how it should work in the end. So I will just hold down the right click button and all of the saplings get placed one after the other. So this is what we get back. Let's just take these saplings and place them as well. And we get another one, place this one as well. Turn the farm off. And now we can see this is the area where all of the drops land. So basically over here, maybe I will need to test some more. And I will do this off camera, of course, because I don't want to bore you with that. But yeah, it looks pretty solid. So from this things we got almost a stack of logs from just about 20 saplings. And the first few saplings were just for the logs that sit there at the moment. So let me just do some more. And then work on the collection system and maybe even work on a sapling return system, but we'll see about that. So as always, a lot of work has been done in between these two clips, so let me just show you everything that I've done. So the entrance is still this hole right here. I didn't have enough time to think about something to put up there and decorate this tube a little. But I don't want a water elevator, I think. Because then I would have to place a sign or something right here and that would look awful. But yeah, this is the entrance room. So yeah, we have these little walkways and the platform up there. Let's just go to the left first. This is the room that you already saw. This is the tree farm. Right down there you can see the collection area a little bit. Yeah, as I already said, you have seen this working already. I can maybe just demonstrate it once again, how this works. So I can just hold right click right here, and I could even go AFK. And as you can see, the trees get bone mealed and then pushed over, and sometime later the TNT explodes and destroys all of the logs. Exactly. And while I'm AFK here forming trees, there are skeletons like this one from a skeleton spawner, which fall 23 blocks down here, and then get killed by my 2 dogs here, which will give me bones, arrows, and all of that stuff plus XP, so it also doubles as a small XP farm. But yeah, I already showed you all of that, so nothing really new right here. And back in this room, if we take a left right here, we get to this little platform. And here in front of us there are 2 shulker boxes. So the left one is the wood farm output, the right one is the skeleton farm output. I renamed the shulker box because I don't want any item frames or something right here. So yeah, that's that. And if we go over here now, this is just a small little room. I also didn't go very deep with it because this is just like my base. Here I have the 2 spare dogs in case one of the dogs in front of there dies. I have some beds, some chests, a crafting table. Yeah, just pretty basic stuff. And yeah, as you can see here, I went down a lot. So I think this is even further down than this one. But I really like it. It kind of reminds me of the scene in Star Wars on the Death Star. With those little walkways and the handrails stuff. Yeah, I really like it. But unfortunately, this is all I have time for today. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I hope to see you in the next episode. Goodbye.